Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. What is up this summer at the Dubois County Museum? Let's find out. Joining us in the studio is Kathy Bachman. Kathy is on the Public Relations Committee for the Dubois County Museum and on the board as well for the museum. And Kathy, what's happening this summer at the Dubois County Museum?
Well, I just spent a busy 2 weeks at the museum, and it seems like we have visitors coming in with tours, and we do tours all the time. You know, just give us a call, we'll take a tour, and I'm coordinator of the tours, so leave a message for me and I'll take care of it. But things have been happening at the museum. It seems like this year we're getting more into planning for the whole family. So we have programs for the young child with mothers of preschoolers play day. And just recently we had a snake program where we saw grandmothers bringing in their grandchildren or fathers or mothers bringing in their grandchildren. And thank you to the Optimist Club of Jasper for gifting us with a grant this summer for children's programming. So we were able to do a lot of these programs then. We are still asking people, if you want, come on in and walk the museum. If it's hot outside, if it's raining outside, if it's you just don't want to walk outside, come on into the museum. And it's relatively cool in there. And, you know, it's about a 1/6 of a mile, and it's a nice atmosphere to walk. We also are asking people to come to our summer programs. We have Grandmother and Me coming. I have it on my paper here, so thank God I brought it. July 16th, so we're having a tea party with youngsters and their grandparents or parents. And it's just a cost of admission, which is, we think is very reasonable, $5 for adults, $3 for high school, and $2 for middle school and elementary, and free to those 4 and under. Just recently, I was out there, and grandparents came out with their 2 grandkids, and they purchased their admission tickets, and then they came back and said, hey, can we go ahead and apply that to a membership? And memberships get you in free. So Grandma and Grandpa, they paid $10, and we took the $10 off the $40 for a couple. And so they're way on their way to paying back that membership by coming in often enough for it. We also welcome people to just come out to the museum, and if you need somewhere to go with your youngsters, come out for the play area, the Little Pioneers. And that's always open. They love the boats. They love the schoolhouse. We recently had a tour with a group from Holland, and we were able to show them all the things from Holland. And so it's interesting when people say, well, how much do you have? A lot of things on the county? Yes, we do. We have a lot of things on the county. It's not just the Jasper Museum, it's the Dubois County Museum.
And that's evident by the murals that you have, because
Yes.
all the towns or rural areas, I guess, are represented by having a mural. How many murals are there?
There are 15 murals, and sadly, one group is excluded, and that's Columbia Township. And we invite them to come and display a Christmas tree of their area at Christmas time. So thanks to Diane for coming in and doing that tree for them. But yeah, 15 murals, and I point out to Honeybird Group all the time. Hey, there's where Geiger lived. His house is on the mural. There's League Stadium. Before it was League Stadium, it was a grandstand for the 4-H fair, for the county fair. And it's just, you know, it's amazing what you can gather from your community from looking at the murals.
Now, you talk about groups coming in. When I think of groups, I think, okay, it's going to be kids, like all first graders at one of the schools, something like that. That's obvious. But could, let's say, a family reunion may want to come in as a group? Or if you have family coming in, what's considered a group? 10? 15?
No, it's just those that want to be together. And so it doesn't matter. What we do is we just charge you the amount of admission, and then the tour is free.
Okay.
So my nose itches all of a sudden, Bill.
On the tour, you'll take me through? You'll like say, okay, here is the bison, and the reason we have a bison is this. Or I could ask a question. Do you know everything?
Do I know everything?
About what's in the museum?
We had Dave Klimper would say this all the time, that if you want to know everything, you have to read everything that's there. And so, and that's true. You can go through and you just can't read everything. And I've been there since 2004, so I have read a lot of things and forgot a lot of things. So, yeah, it's
I mean,
a lot.
what's really neat. There's even things like you have that kitchen set up and with crimp cabinets, but there's a note about garbage disposals.
Yes,
That
yes.
Jasper, was it an experimental town, or it was like the only town that tried to get that got garbage?
Supposedly we had no flies after that because everyone had a garbage disposal, but not everyone did. They were asked to go along with it and to buy garbage disposals. But you know what was there before was a bucket of garbage that they sat out on the street, and the garbage man would take it and dump it, and kind of like picking up trash. You know, so you can see why there were a lot of flies then, because they had that sitting out. But yeah, and it's interesting because the master brand, which was United Cabinet, where I grew up, because it started in Celestine. Here, they got that kitchen cabinet because Judy Vonderheide was getting a new kitchen cabinet, and she started at the Celestine plant and saw that come off the line, and she happened to tell her friend, "Hey, I'm getting a new kitchen. What am I going to do with the old one?" They said, "Hey, we want it," because it was first off the line at the night cabinet place.
Those are just little small things.
Yeah.
You know, you were talking about memberships and getting your money back. I mean, if you go to the museum enough, you'll get your money back.
Yes.
You can't really see the museum in one or two visits. It
no.
takes 3 or 4 to see.
Yes.
Because we didn't even talk about the train room, the safari room, the little village.
Main Street,
No,
right.
I say the little village, the main street, the big area where there's like little shops and stores and offices of people and the tools that they would have used.
Right.
There is so much at the Dubois County Museum.
There is a lot to see. We're past 57,000 now pieces of things on in our collection. But, you know, what does that mean? That means that we have a wide variety of things we could pull from. So not everything is on display, but we do display about 20%.
Wow.
So we're at 10,000 pieces right now. Now, our train club is working again, and they got the trains going in the train room. Let's see, what else is, I was thinking on my way here, what else is happening at the museum that some people just don't think about? We do have a tradition, or a display that's just for the summer, and it's on toys and dolls. And a lot of the toys are all metal, because that's what they were, you know, metal or wood and things.
Now, if somebody wants to come to one of your programs, obviously they can go to your Facebook page or to your website to kind of get the itinerary of what's going on. Do they need to pre-register?
For a grandma and me, we are asking people to call the museum and to pre-register, just because we have crafts along with it, and we want to have enough available for everyone that's signed up. Okay. And it's, you know, our admission used to be free, but we found out that our $5 charge for adults is very reasonable. So we hope that doesn't stop you from coming to our museum.
And don't let the fact that it's a county museum fool you, because that is a large museum.
Oh,
right?
so many people are always just come through and they are like, we didn't know it was this big.
Well, so large you have a two-story log cabin in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Inside the building.
Right.
That's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
Kathy, thank you very much for coming in. So stop at the Dubois County Museum, go to their website, Facebook page.
2704 North Newton.
And join as a family member. You can get, I'm sure you can get different levels. You can be just a single, an individual, family, grandparent, whatever. Okay. Check it out by going to the Dubois County Museum. Kathy, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Bill.
Summer's a great time to go to the Dubois County Museum. Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.